Hey guys, Cool Breeze here again. I've been pumping out some videos today. Just been meaning to put out these videos for a long time, and just now getting around to it. But today I just real quickly I wanted to go over my cooking setup. This is my most recent setup that I intend on using in the near future, and this is just my go-to setup. I have a lot of different ones, but this is the one that I really like right now. Again, this is a 3-season setup. I wouldn't use this at extreme elevation or in the cold winter, but pretty much any other issue other than that, this is what I would go to for right now. I'm a freezer bag cooker. I'm sure you've probably seen some of my other videos. I'm still doing that. Pretty much boil water is all I do, and whether that be for drinks or whether that be for cooking, I boil water. So my setup for this is I just got this ultralight Evernew titanium pot. This is the 0.6. I believe it's a 600 milliliter pot. It's got markings up to 400, and that's the pot. The reason I like this pot over say a cup is because the pot's wide. It's lower and wider. My dogs are fighting. I don't know if you can hear that, but they're playing around. The pot's lower and wider. So for me, I think with this stove, it gives it a better base to heat up, and it just heats it up faster. I can use less alcohol with this. At least I have so far in the testings I've done with it. I haven't actually used this on the trail yet, but this is what I'm intending on taking next time. So the thing I don't like about this pot is these handles, and the reason I say that, on the larger Evernew pots, I like the handles on them. But on this one, the pot's so small that it's such a small distance between the bottom of the handles that sometimes they get in the way, especially if you're trying to use a taller windscreen. And I mean, the other side of that would be to take them off, and I'd have to have some type of pot grabber or something. I don't really like that either. But for what I've got right here, I'm comfortable with. I like it, but I just see that as a downside. I wanted to point that out. The windscreen I'm using is this carbon felt windscreen that came with the stove. Everything else here I purchased. The only thing I didn't purchase is the stove and the windscreen. Obviously, those came from Tinny at Minibull Designs. He was gracious enough to send me this, and I have to admit, I like this stove. It has a lot of heat output, and it works really well. And for what it is, I like it. I know obviously Smoke Eater 908 obviously makes a stove very similar to this, if not the same thing. I'm not going to get into that, but you can go check out his, and also apparently I guess he has the design on how to build one of these on his website, Smoke Eater 908. But this one is actually a Minibull Designs Elite from Tinny, and the windscreen came also. And as it worked out, this is the way I'm using it right now. This carbon felt windscreen. The advantage of it is it won't burn. I've had it like right in the fire. It glows, but I hadn't gotten any thinner, hadn't burned or anything yet. And it's sitting on the little flash plate that I have just to save the ground, make sure nothing catches fire on the ground, and part of a reflector of the heat is it's just a single piece of aluminum. It's a square, it's just aluminum foil, just like you buy at the store, and it's just a single sheet that I have for that. And then windscreen and the pot. The pot sits right on the stove with no pot stand because it's a side jet burner. And then there's my windscreen. So there it is. That's my pretty much my setup for that. I've got alcohol. I've got different size pour bottles for alcohol. This is the 8-ounce, I believe, and it's full of heat. And I also carry this, I believe I got this from Lawson's Outdoor, I believe. And this one, it's a 1-ounce pour bottle, and I just use this to measure. I like to be precise. I know some people just eyeball it. I'm not that good at it. I like to be precise. I like to know whether I put a half or 3/4 or under certain circumstances a full ounce of alcohol in. And then I've got a Mini-Bic Lighter, and then I have this camp towel that's one of the older towels that I've had for probably 15 years or more, and it's just one of the older versions of the newer towels, the newer chamois, and it's kind of thicker is the reason I like it for this particular setup. And obviously I've cut it down. It used to be a much larger towel, but I like to use it as a pot grabber. I can also use the windscreen as a pot grabber if I had to, and the reason I like this is I can also use it to wipe the water out of the inside of the pot, so I can put everything in it or clean the pot up depending on what I'm doing. Because I'm only boiling water and I'm using alcohol stove, everything's extremely clean. And I know that a couple of guys like Stick and John Abella with highlighter.com has recently talked about using Ziploc bags. I'm all down with that. I really like these ZPacks bags, and just because it's clean and everything, I like to keep it all together. I've got a ZPacks Cuben fiber bag to go along with it. The total setups are like right at 6 ounces. I want to say it's just under. It's like 5 point something. I don't have that right in front of me, but pretty much the way I pack it up is I wrap this around the outside to help protect the pot. I usually put the towel in the bottom to help protect the bottom, and the rest of it I just fold this into 4s, set it in the bottom, put the stove in, drop this into the stove, and drop that down on the side. That way, I don't know if you can see that or not, that way everything's kind of in the bottom and it's kind of protected. The windscreen goes up into the lip of the top, so it actually all fits together just like that, and goes into the bag. Like I said, total setup is about 6 ounces. I don't know what would make this an ultralight or super ultralight, but it's pretty lightweight for what it is. You could obviously reduce some of the things out of it and probably get a little bit lighter, use a different windscreen, something, and make this a lighter setup. But for what it is, works really well for me, and this is what I'm using right here. Alcohol on my stove setup. If you've got any comments, questions, or concern at all, as always, underneath, put it on there, and I'll try to get back with you as fast as I can. Sometimes it does take me a little bit, but other than that,